Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Skyrim Mods of the Week. Seb, we took 2 weeks off.
We did, but not only that, I just looked at my watch and it's 2015.
It's 2015.
It's a new year.
Wow.
And you're right, we did take 2 weeks off, which means it's also, I think we're calling it the beginning of a new season.
It is. It's a new season, a new dawn of Skyrim modding.
Yes.
But don't worry, not everything changes. It's still me and Seb.
It is.
Here we are. How are you, Seb?
I am extremely well. I have
you seem very cheery.
Fantastic holiday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
Me too.
refreshed. I feel like I've aged in reverse. Youth has reclaimed me.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, yes. Oh.
If you say so, pal.
Yeah, well, this is basically going out on your birthday, isn't it, more or less?
Pretty much, yes.
Or
If
is
you're
it the
watching
next
this
week's?
on YouTube, then it's going out on my birthday. Yeah.
Poor old
Happy
man.
birthday, me.
It's
I'm
a big
21
one.
again.
It's a big one for him.
Yeah.
A new decade.
I'm actually 100.
Yes. But yes, it's the dawn of the new season 4, technically, of Skyrim mods. And we do still have live, in the works.
Of course, yes, that's still going to happen. So
Yeah.
we're nailing down the final venue. The
Yep.
first venue we approached was really cool. But
They wanted quite a lot of money.
A lot of money.
They wanted £8,000 for an afternoon to an
In
evening.
dollars, that's $2 million.
$2 million.
Yeah.
And we said that's too much. We don't have $2 million.
Nope.
We have $1 million,
Not yet.
but we don't have $2 million.
we
don't. We're trying to find the venue. We have a rough idea of the date. We're not going to say it in case any of you foolishly try and book flights or hotels or something and it has changed, but it's not going to be on Valentine's Day because we want some of you to turn up.
But it will happen because I know all our fans are the sexiest people on the internet, so you've all got dates and stuff, or wives or
hot,
husbands.
sexy dates.
So we that way we're going to put on a day when you can bring your sexy dates along with you.
Yes, please
All
do.
right, so let's go straight on, Seb, to the first mod of this new season. Okay, and here we are for mod number 1, which this week, Seb, is realistic, transparent glass armors and weapons of E3.
Very, very well done,
Thank you
Cameron.
very much.
That was a bit of a tongue twister.
Totally unrehearsed. I'm just going to run off this way before we show the mod, because I saw Colette, and it seems to be that she's still wielding her sword. There she is. She's still armed with a sword. Now, Seb, we've removed the mod, and that just shows you how hardcore she is.
Kevin is safety first, safety conscious, and in a world where bandits roam free, you can never, ever have too many weapons.
Very true. And speaking of weapons, you know which weapons we're going to show off in this mod? It's the glass version.
I was hoping you might say that.
Yes. Shall we smith some?
Let's do exactly that.
Here we go.
There you go. All right, and so what you can see immediately is the glass
It's transparent.
is actually
Like glass.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it reinforces how awful glass would be as an armor. Like, it'd be the worst.
See right through that.
Who would, all you're doing is kind of marking where you can be shot.
Here are my weakest points.
Yeah, I know. Hit this shoulder blade in the right angle and you'll put glass in my face.
Yeah, those
That's a terrible idea.
dominoes will fall like a house of cards.
Out the way, child.
Out of the way. Look, we can look right through it at our beautiful daughter,
We can.
Jerkins.
Jerkins
Jerkins is gone.
Where'd you go? Jerkins.
Papa has a new sword for you.
She never listens. But that's really great. Like, if you're gonna, my theory about glass armor, right, is if you're gonna have glass weapons and armor in the game, obviously that's dumb as a thing, but at least make them look like glass, which now they do.
So I believe, from the lore perspective, that it is a different kind of glass to regular, like pane glass. Although pane glass,
that would have been good.
Pane glass.
Yeah, because it causes pain. Yeah, I got the gag. It was good.
Anyway,
it was very good.
The point is, I believe that it's working off of the principle of a different kind of glass, like a slightly tougher, more rugged, and maybe useful glass.
It looks a little. All I'm thinking, right, when I'm looking at him now, is I'm thinking he's like reused, and recycled that armor from many a booze bottle.
It's like, you can tell that's what happens when you melt down and flatten out a Beck's bottle.
Yeah,
just sort of smooth out the edges,
or any other sort of bottle for non-alcoholic beverages too.
So that's a beer bottle, and maybe the great sword is like a bottle of wine.
There's also the war axe, Seb, which it's a scorching.
It's the one of scorchings, hence the little flamey bits.
I really like this actually. I'm on board. I'm on board with the transparent glass weapons more than the transparent glass armor. But I think it's a cool addition.
The green and gold goes together quite nicely. I don't remember them being quite so gold.
He looks pretty handsome.
Imagine if wearing glass armor and using glass weapons gave you a stealth bonus. Because you're slightly more invisible.
Oh, I see, because it's kind of like stealth camo tech.
Yes.
Right. Gotcha. Except it's no.
Not even slightly.
Anyway, we should kill some guys. With
Should we bring some dudes in?
I just brought a bunch of revelers.
What?
I guess we'll kill these revelers then.
Out of the way.
What a waste.
Party like you mean it. There you go. Okay, so these glass weapons can remove heads, which is nice. Let's try the freezing sword. What a waste. What a waste of a good party.
It's particularly good with these reveling peasants.
I know.
Why has Kevin not got any shoes on?
Oh, because we only gave him the armor.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't give him the boots.
He doesn't need them.
What happened?
If
I
he's
love how they're so clueless.
reducing, reusing, and recycling, then maybe he wouldn't wear, shoes. He likes to feel the soil between his toes.
And mainly the bodies of his enemies as well. All right, Seb, mod number 2 this week is another combat-related, weapon-related mod. And what's it called?
This one is called Locational Damage. And it's basically what it says on the tin. It's trying to implement a system in combat where by attacking different parts of the body, you will get different kinds of results depending on if they're well armored or if they're more vulnerable, and what kind of effects that might yield in a real combat situation.
Right, so if you chop a leg, they will have trouble walking?
If you chop a leg, they might stumble, for example. If you were to attack their sword arm, their swinging arm, you might disarm them. If you bash when someone's wearing a helmet, it's possible that you could disarm them of their helmet, knock it off them, as
None
it
of
were.
these guys have helmets, but they are wielding swords.
Yeah. You can get throat bleeding, health damage, and instant kill from the neck. It's easier to get a critical strike on somewhere that's not armored. For example, like if someone's not wearing gauntlets and you went for the arms.
I mean, this guy.
Like
You're
this
practically
guy.
naked, sir. Oh, I think I knocked the weapon out of his hand.
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
I see, and he died.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, so oh, wow. That was a critical strike. Caught him in the neck, I think.
So you can get...
And that guy's bleeding. Is bleeding damage a thing as well?
Yes, bleeding damage is a real thing now.
Look, those puffs of blood coming up. That's a bit dramatic.
Uh-oh.
Down he goes.
And down he goes.
I want to see the blurred vision.
So you could try and go for the groin and invoke some paralysis, as being hit in the groin does invoke that.
Oh, well, there you go. I aimed for the groin, but I think I got his heart.
There's also new scripting for the AI. The AI will now go for your unarmored spots.
Oh, really?
So they will actively... So say you're not wearing any shoes, for example.
That explains why they were trying to stab him in the foot.
Yeah, that they'll all hurl rocks at your toes.
How mean.
And it's pretty cool. Also, if you open up MCM menu, you can customize all of it.
Headshots are always instant kills. Wow, that'd be hard, especially if they were to hit you in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Game over. Let's try and disarm this guy. Oh, he just died. Bleeding damage got that guy.
Nice.
So bleeding is the thing you notice most straight away, I think. Oh, instant kill.
Or the missing head. You have been skewered with arrows.
I know. I think they're aiming for the glass bits. I think they can see them now.
I mean, maybe you could crouch and aim for the feet. See what that does.
Okay. Is he limping? Oh, no. He just... I guess his knee was his weakness.
Yeah.
Or it might have been his Achilles.
Oh!
His Achilles heel.
No, we will have yours.
Your head. I wish there was a quick dodge button. Oh, he's bleeding.
Oh, no, you disarmed him. You disarmed him.
I did.
Critical left arm, so he had to drop his shield.
Critical head. Oh,
there you go. That's probably the
awesome.
best example we've had so far.
What about horse?
I don't know if Horsey's actually your enemy. This guy's just a noble.
Oh, he's a noble.
Hey, friend. No.
I disarmed the horse.
Last witness killed.
Don't worry,
I guess
Clip
he's
Club.
your horse
Don't
now.
worry, Clip Club.
Yeah.
We'll be friends forever.
Cyclopolopagus.
Oh, is this Cyclopolopolis? I never know which is which.
Yeah.
All right, Seb, time for mod number 3 this week, which is Nock to Tip.
So this is it's an archery...
Oh, God, it's a giant guard.
That is a huge guard.
What?
Basically, yeah, this is an archery overhaul and immersion mod. Well, you don't really make arrows, you fletch them, so that should be a different discipline. And why do you improve a bow on a grindstone, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So it's given archery its very own sort of level of progression in that respect. This table is actually 2 bits. If you look over to the right of the table, it becomes the restringing bench.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's fletching. So there's 2 parts.
Amazing.
So if you look at what the ingredients are, there's an 80-pound drawstring or a 120-pound drawstring. And they have different effects. For example, if you put the 120-pound drawstring, your bow will be more powerful, but the draw time will be slower.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. So it basically makes you like a longbow man.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh,
the whole
woman.
thing is tied in with, like I said, good immersion. Arrow heads, orcish arrow heads. They're the only things that will be level unlocked. So it basically stops you creating Daedric arrows from level 1.
Oh, I see.
But you know,
clever.
everything
That's
else is craftable from the beginning, and you can find these things, you can loot them, and so yeah, we can also create, if you go to the bottom,
yeah.
trick shots.
Oh, what?
Which we should totally try.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You know, the regular kind of arrows have been modified so that they have a different look and feel. Also, when you put an arrow into something, the penetration of the arrow is much further.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it'll go like almost completely through the body, for example.
This jump?
This jump.
Okay, here we go. Whoa!
Told you.
Yeah, that exploded. He's almost dead.
Almost dead.
He's
One
his
more.
beard. Yes! Giant guard, kneel
no.
for me.
Well, let's just leave that corpse right there.
No one can ever get up those stairs.
Who needs
never
them?
mind. Let's go. Oh, that's kind of cool with the 3 arrows there.
And we can see the arrows in flight.
Huzzah!
Go right over their heads.
Okay, let's rein in a little bit. Oh, that's cool. That's
There you
really
go.
cool.
You see what I mean?
3 arrows. Seb, why is Skyrim so devoid of wildlife?
I think we've murdered everything.
Have we killed it all?
I think that's what's happened. Arrows now spin during flight as well. They'll also fly much faster and further. So, you know, long-range sniping is now possible.
Oh,
that
great.
guy on
Speaking
the
of
battlements.
which-
Look to your left. Your left. There he is.
Your other left. Oh man, he's still gonna die. The
Yep.
crosshair was
Of
right there.
old age.
Shut up. He still died. You'll saw him. All right, step time for mod number 4, which this week is called Take Away All of Your Frames. No, it's not. It's not really. It's called Skyrim Radioactive.
It is.
And it's really cool, actually, but it's crippling our frame rate, as you can quite plainly see.
It's funny because it doesn't feel like the kind of mod that should, but it definitely has.
Man. Whoop.
So
Ding.
basically what this
Boom.
is it's a landscape overhaul. And it's not done the whole of Skyrim, it's just done a few select places, and it looks to me like it's still got a lot of optimization left to
Whoa,
go.
what's this guy's story?
What
What did he do?
he just was hanging out being a cat.
And they're like, no cats.
And they banned cats.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that was his
sucks.
life. The main difference is what they've done to the Windhelm docks.
Oh, okay.
Which have been vastly expanded.
Well, let's head there.
So if you look over to your left or right, this is all new.
Oh, geez, you're right. Look at all the buildings on the side.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
as basically Windhelm is
Wow.
a place of major like sea-based trade in Skyrim. It's silly that the docks are so small.
Oh, because when you're next to the water like this, you eventually run out of space. And it looks
Yep.
like they're trying to be really economic with space and getting more people in the small area. And yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, and I feel like it could have its own little like slumsy crime thing, you know, going on.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's where Aladdin might hang out if he was into winter, you know.
Maybe he is.
We have killed a lot of people.
Oh, tiny guard.
What do we say? You're adorable, is what we
You're
say.
okay, you've got me. You're so adorable. I'll pay all my bounty.
Put your tiny little handcuffs over my fingertips.
Where did he put all the gold? He was so small. Huzzah!
And into War Maidens, because this was traditionally a very barren, very empty-looking shop, you remember?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do. I remember it.
So this has now been filled out somewhat.
Oh, wow. It's totally different.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So this feels a little bit more appropriate, I think.
I love
It's
how
got-
you're immediately confronted by a table full of armor.
Yeah. Which one would you like?
And then the mannequin wearing this cool armor.
It sort of looks like the Grey Cowl, doesn't it?
I like what you've done with the place.
Yeah, it looks much better. There's a list on the mod page of all the places that have been overhauled. In Windhelm, there are about 7 places here in Whiterun. It's also Arcadia's Cauldron and Bellathor's as well, his general goods stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And also Farengar's Secret Fire's little zone has been
I
overhauled
like that
as well.
zone. Okay,
But there's
interesting.
tons of them, and they're all being updated all the time. So, you know, this mod could improve with time.
Very nice. Alrighty, it's time for the final mod of today's set, which is the Disturbed Realm. If only there was some sort of portal that might take us there. Oh,
Yeah.
wait!
We can check between these
Portal
trees.
discovered.
Maybe we'll be able to see a portal in the distance.
Ah, Disturbed Realm. Sounds nice.
Yes.
Sounds cozy. Oh, God, we're just going through. I thought I'd have to activate it, but no, you just go near
just walk in.
it.
So now I think what this is supposed to be is a fight.
Right.
But I think we've got to start the fight.
Okay, well, I can do that with this nice black arrow. Boom!
Yes, that seems to have worked.
Boom!
Man, these black arrows
Sorry.
are really effective.
Well, that was easy.
My apologies.
I feel...
I think it will.
hello.
It will get more difficult for us in time.
I see your ice. Have you considered fire?
Basically, what the Disturbed Realm is a little tower where you're effectively after some loot, which is on this guy who is super, super hard.
Ow.
I tried having a fight with this guy earlier with location damage turned on, and he is, I guess, listed as a really, really tough enemy because he was blocking everything I threw at him.
He really is. In fact, he's beating me. Ah!
So yeah, with
Gargoylus.
location
That is
damage,
your
this is
name.
probably the toughest fight you could have created.
Oh, what just...
I think you accidentally walked...
I just transported to another realm. That's fine. I guess this is the healing realm.
Yes, we like this realm.
Hello, friend.
And back to killing.
Aha, I am healed and you have not.
I guess he assumed you'd just gone home. You've been critically injured in every part of your body.
And yet he fights on. Why are we not surprised? And another... Take that. And that. Oops. He looks a bit the Predators, isn't he? I'm playing the long game, Seb.
Yes! Uh-oh, you got him down. You got to finish him.
Gargoylus.
Finish him.
Yes!
Oh, no!
Oh, no, I seem to have jammed my sword in your spine.
God.
That's a shame.
Well, I hope you haven't damaged the armor that you're about to totally rob off him.
Boots of Gargoylus. Curious. Yes, this is all good.
Yep. And some arrows.
Wow. It's amazing that's what he looks like under his armor as well.
Yeah, that's why he was so hard to kill. He was wearing 2 sets.
They call me Gargoylus VanNord.
Well, it does suit him.
He does.
It really does.
He's even prettier. Oh, it's got 2 hilts.
Look at that.
Why would you have a sword with 2 hilts?
And it's one-handed as well. Look.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's going to be massive on Kevin.
I love how dumb it is.
Is it as dumb as a lightsaber with a hilt?
I liked the hilted lightsaber in the trailer. Sure is pretty.
It really is beautiful.
I almost called you Kevin and then almost Kenneth.
No, I'm neither of those people.
No.
I'm your good friend Seb that you've known for a long
Seb.
time.
That's the one, yeah.
Remember
Sorry.
the guy who got you this job?
Oh, yeah, I do. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was the best.
Yeah, don't forget it.
Hey, Seb.
Yes.
Hey, Seb, it sure is pretty here.
It sure is, Cameron.
You know what? I also heard that this armor is very good in flight.
I've heard that as well.
Shall we test it?
Streamlined,
Yes.
if anything.
Now, I want to trick shot a chicken, so let's bring some in.
So we going with Black Arrow.
We're going with Black Arrow. Okay. You ready for the first chicken flight of season 4?
I am ready for it.
Good. Here we go.
Take us away.
Boom!
And a good launch. A solid launch.
Yeah.
Good views. Good
going
views.
out to sea, I can tell here.
Yeah, the horns working particularly well in the sky.
The aerodynamic horns, I believe.
Yeah, I'm liking the resolution on the armor as well.
Yeah.
It's higher than I expected, and the slightly clawed-looking feet.
It was a bit of a belly slam, but not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Kevin has always been very good at swimming in armor that presumably weighs sort of 100 to 200 pounds.
Yeah. You cannot go that way.
Yeah, we have almost blown ourselves off the limits of Skyrim.
I'd expect nothing less.
Yeah. A fine but perhaps gentle first flight of 2015.
You gotta ease yourself back into these things.
Certainly.
It's like returning to the gym. You don't go for the heavy lift straight away.
You don't, but
you take it easy.
I did like how he went for the double explosion of the Black Arrow and the chickens as well.
He's got to keep it fresh.
Yes, exactly. I did like that last mod as well. I like that a lot of people make armor and then just give it to you. Instead,
cool.
Put a super, super hard boss fight in. It's a little more old school.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I thought all mods today actually were really great. I mean, I sound like a game show host. All contestants were really great. but they actually all were excellent. I mean, the glass one was cool, the transparent weapons, and the last one, and then also the second to last, the Skyrim Radioactive, where you had, especially War Maidens was cool. I like things that are different when you walk in. You're like I couldn't have described War Maidens to you, but as soon as I walked in, I was like, this is different. This is very different.
I think, especially with War Maidens as well, the first time I went to War Maidens, I was thinking like, is this it? No, whatever.
This is the capital, right?
This is the trade hub, and this is their main weapons store, and it has nothing in it at all.
Yeah.
So that was just like a little smattering of the like overhauled areas they have in Radioactive Skyrim.
Yep.
I think it'll look cool. And what's more, all of those mods
Every single one of
today
them. Every
were
single one.
suggested by you over the holiday period. So, a lot of people were tweeting and messaging us over the holidays saying, where the bloody hell has Skyrim gone? And we were like, sorry, we're taking 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And a load of recommendations came in, and that's 5 of them, and they were really good.
Yeah,
so
keep them
thanks.
coming.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep them coming as well if there's anything you've seen. I mean, I kind of came back from the holiday expecting, Skyrim over 3 years old, there'd be slim pickings on the mod front, but you guys have just sent us so many good ones.
Yes.
So it was easy. It was easy to choose the best.
What we're trying to say is, from now on, expect real downhill.
Oh, it's going to be awful.
On the
especially
quality.
us.
Yeah. We've had a long time to pick some good mods. So
you gotta,
that's probably why.
It's good for us to keep your expectations manageable.
And thank you very much as well for tuning into our seasonal content that we put up, because we did have to sort of record that in one big chunk and then publish it over a couple of weeks. So it was a different way of doing Skyrim mods for sure. But thank you for tuning in as well. We really appreciate it. And yes, hope you enjoyed our picks of best mods of 2014 as well.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, the good news, Seb, is now, though, we're back, returning to standard Skyrim mods format, which means there's going to be a vote.
Yes.
There's going to be a choose your own adventure.
Hooray.
And questions and comments are all back. And what do you want to go to first?
Why don't we do questions and comments first?
All right.
We were doing the community bit.
Sure.
So let's go with that. All right. So first up, we have Matthew K, who wrote to us on YouTube, who said, "I just wanted to say that your little Skyrim modding show, it is little, is the only reason I actually subbed to GameSpot. So thank you for not stopping this show and giving me a good number of laughs since you started. I hope you guys keep up the good work."
Thanks, Matthew K.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it's lovely.
We do other good stuff as well. So, there are other reasons you can sub to GameSpot, but it's nice that you sub for us.
Yeah.
We had someone from GameSpot, Pongly, leave us a comment where they basically reworded the song "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" from Frozen to a Kevin-based theme.
Wonderful.
Are
you going to sing it?
So, no, I'm not. I'm not, because we've already done that on Skyrim mods before, and it didn't go down well. So instead, what I've done is I've screen grabbed his new lyrics, and I've put them on our Kevin VanNord Tumblr, which is...
brilliant.
Do you remember the URL?
It is... No.
kevinvanNord.tumblr.com.
That's it, kevinvanNord.tumblr.com.
Well done for remembering.
Yes.
In fact, you were so good. Why don't you take the next comment?
Thanks, Seb. The next comment comes from on Twitter, I guess.
Yes.
At ChaseReed471. And they say, what if instead of choosing Stormcloak or Empire, you could escape with the Horse Thief and start a bandit clan and basically take over Skyrim and become Hind King? Maybe someone can make a mod or that, or Bethesda can make another DLC.
I think that's a great idea.
I love the idea of running off with the Horse Thief. Why the Horse Thief? Is that the guy in the car at the beginning?
I guess he is, yeah. I like the idea. It's like, come with us. We are the Stormcloaks. Come with us. We are the Imperials. So you'd be like, come with us.
I'm a horse thief.
Yeah.
You, sir. You.
Do you want to live a life of crime that's totally awesome?
And we're just friends with a horse, we swear.
Kevin VanNord wouldn't choose him as a friend, but he would choose him in that choice of 3.
Of course.
In that lineup.
It's the one that sits best with him.
It certainly makes him feel the most comfortable.
Yeah.
Next, we have King Duck.
Finally! Your Majesty. Continue.
Yes. I'm so glad to see that you still watch the show.
And that you've managed to maintain your regal position. Don't abdicate.
Lord of all ducks and my
friend for an age.
King Duck says, here's to another year of decapitations and exploding chickens. Thank you, King Duck.
Thank you, King Duck. We appreciate that Your Highness watches our tiny show.
Yes. And the last one, Cam, if you would.
This is from Praised Club 43.
Yes.
And they say, the Silver Dragon armor on Blaze reminds me of the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings. There is Knights of the Nine, Nazgul kind of theme to that. I can see that.
So they were 2 of the mods that we chose for Mods of the Year 2014. Blaze of Eventide was the fire... basically all-encompassed fire horse.
Awesome.
And
I love that
our
horse.
Silver Dragon armor was our armor of choice for the year. Combined do make a pretty good Nazgul, I think. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good call. But shall we move on to the next part, Cameron?
Yes.
Which one would you like? Would you like the vote or choose your own adventure?
Can we vote and then we'll finish on the story?
We can vote. Cam, you found all of these this week, so you need to explain to me what they are.
Okay, so I tried to go for a Lord of the Rings theme, but then I only found 2. So there's 2 Lord of the Rings one and another one. Anyway, so vote mod choice number 1 is Crown of King Elisar.
Elisar was one of the older kings,
I
wasn't
think so. Now, Lucy would know.
Oh, of course she
We
would.
should have just asked Lucy.
Yeah.
It's definitely a crown that comes up in the Return of the King. So
I
it
think
looks
I
really
remember
good.
the phrase. It's the crown that cut the ring.
You can have my sword and my crown.
And my crown.
That's how it went.
Yes,
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, no, it's the Lord of all crowns.
Lord of all crowns. All right, and next up.
Anyway, sorry. Next up is the Gondorian armament.
So that would basically be Gondor armor, right?
Gondor armor, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's cool. It's really well done.
Awesome. And finally,
This one's a bit weird.
Okay, lozenge S130 longsword.
I don't know where the word lozenge is coming from. To me, a lozenge is something you take when you have a sore throat. But I don't know what this is in reference to. Maybe lozenge, I don't know. But more importantly, the weapons look great, although rather than cure a sore throat, they probably make it a degree worse.
I once saw a street poet try and rhyme lozenge with orange.
That doesn't
work.
work.
I thought that was, given, that orange is notably a very difficult word to rhyme, a not bad shout.
Oh, it's probably the best you could do, but it's still not quite right.
I thought it was a
Partial
good
credit.
try.
Partial
Very
credit.
good try.
Yeah.
But those are the choices you have for next week. The vote mod, the vote link, I'm sure you still remember.
Yes,
but
I
just
do.
in case you don't, Cam, seeing as you know them all so
To
well.
vote, it's tinyurl.com/ReadySebiBlog.
Absolutely. You got it right first time.
I did.
Good, because we're going to move on to your tiny URL, which is tinyurl.com/camfrazblog.
Which is the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh, yes, because it is time for said Choose Your Own Adventure.
If you
Now,
remember, which
Yes.
you might do, before the holidays, Kevin was confronted by the boat to Solstein.
Finally.
Yes, finally the
He'd been
two
trying
foes meet.
to make his way to that boat for so long.
Yeah. And can you just, do you want to read the previous bit and I'll read the new bit? Just
I would absolutely. In fact, let's really take this in because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm going to say
Recap.
he hastily took the hide from the Lord of all horses.
Oh, yes.
It would make several good sets of breeches, as royal horse leather was all that could contain him. With a skip in his step, he rose, booted the beast's head far into the distance, and made his way to the gangplank of the ship below. He breathed deep as and then we left this with you, and you chose. He breathed deep as he fusroed the ship.
Yes.
And Cam, would you like to continue this story?
Yes, I'd like to. So, by uttering the words of the dragon tongue, Kevin unwittingly blasted the boat way up into the air and all the way around the globe. Across Nirn, inhabitants gazed skywards, wondering what on earth the object could be that rocketed across the sky.
What on earth could that object be that's rocketing across the sky?
They said. Kevin stood unflinching atop the foremast as the boat raced through the air, steering his craft?
Steering the craft.
Steering the craft as best he could. He aimed for his favorite place in the whole of Tamriel. He dropped out of the sky only to land. And this is where you guys take over.
I would like to offer you four options
Four
here.
options, wonderful.
He dropped out of the sky only to land right through the front door of Dragon's Reach. Or he dropped out of the sky only to land in Breville, next to some old lady statue.
Great.
He dropped out of the sky only to land on a bandit camp, crushing its inhabitants instantly.
Inhabitants?
Inhabitants.
There we go.
I said it right first time.
Yes, you did.
Or he dropped out of the sky only to land gently into port at the Solstein docks.
I love that one. That's so good.
Yeah.
Just imagine him blasting around the globe and then floating.
And then,
we've arrived.
Yeah, perfect. And in record time.
Yep. So let us know. It's not up to us, though. Let us know which one you want. So it's either right through the front door of Dragon's Reach, in Bravil, on the bandit camp, or into the Solstein docks.
Yes.
And let us know by going to tinyurl.com/camfrazblog. And there'll be a vote link there.
I mean, there
And you
might
can
be a
let us know.
vote link.
There
You
probably
often
will.
forget.
I'm pretty rubbish at remembering. It gets there eventually. Gets there eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really, really good to reunite ourselves with our own show.
Yes. Ourselves with ourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it has been so long since we had a regular run of the mill. I say run of the mill, but this has been an exceptional episode.
That's what I like to think.
Yes.
But maybe it has been run of the mill. You let us know.
Yeah.
And the best way to let us know anything you think about the show, any mods you want to suggest, is to get us on Twitter. So I'm at CamFrazRob.
Yep, and I'm at ReadySebiGo. And also, we are going to be keeping people informed of everything that we've got going on with the Skyrim Live episode. We're so sorry.
It is happening.
We're so sorry. It turns out it's actually really difficult to organize.
Yeah, who knew organizing live events
it's-
involving potentially 100 people would be complicated?
And alcohol and the
yes,
legal
it will
issues.
It will be an 18 above event.
That's something we can promise.
Yes, that's just because we do want to have it in a pub.
Yes.
Because we feel, I mean, Skyrim's an 18 plus game anyway, so we feel that it's the right kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
And it should be that kind of atmosphere. And also, I love the idea of people wanting to buy beer and mead and then watching us do Skyrim.
Who even
mods.
makes mead?
I had mead once when I was in Cornwall. I had legit mead in Cornwall.
That would be
really good.
lovely. And, you know, just so that but pre-show and post-show that we can sit there and drink with you guys, because that's what we want to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So as soon as we have the location sorted, I promise
Guarantee.
we will let you know. It is just really, really difficult. But yes, please follow us on Twitter and we'll keep you informed of all of that stuff.
Wonderful. All right, Seb. Well, it's just been so good to be back.
Yes,
it's
it
been so
has.
good.
It has. I feel comfortable in this chair. Everything is back where it's supposed to be because we had to sort of mess it all up before Christmas. And I'm looking forward to next week's episode and finding out what everyone chooses.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.